When a stray animal crosses your path, it's not just a coincidence. It can be seen as a sign, an opportunity to do what is right and kind. Every living being is one of God's creations, and how we treat them reflects our compassion and our understanding of His love. To ignore a hungry or suffering animal is to turn away from a chance to show mercy and kindness. It can be easy to look the other way, to convince ourselves that someone else will help, but in doing so, we may be missing a moment to act with the heart that God intends for us to have. Caring for an animal in need is not just about providing food or shelter. It's about recognizing the value of life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. It's about being a steward of the earth and its creatures, a role that we are entrusted with. When we choose to help, we honor the Creator by showing love and care to His creation. It doesn't matter if the creature is big or small, familiar or stray. Every act of kindness adds light to the world. Ignoring an animal in need might not only reflect a lack of compassion, but could also indicate a missed opportunity to grow spiritually, to embrace the love and responsibility that God asks of us. In short, when we care for those who cannot care for themselves, we not only help them, but also nurture our own souls, drawing closer to the divine nature that we are called to embody. Certainly, the Bible offers numerous verses that reflect the idea of compassion, stewardship, and the importance of caring for God's creation. Here are a few that align with the message of caring for stray animals and all living beings. 1. Proverbs 12:10. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. This verse highlights that caring for animals is a mark of righteousness. It contrasts the compassionate actions of the righteous with the indifference or cruelty of the wicked. By caring for an animal in need, you are living out the righteousness that God desires. 2. Matthew 10:29-31. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. Jesus speaks here about the value of all creatures, no matter how small. If God cares for the sparrows, how much more does He care for all living beings, including the animals we encounter? This passage reminds us that every life is precious to God, and we are called to reflect that care. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 says, Then God said, Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. In this verse, God entrusts humanity with the responsibility of stewardship over all creatures. This responsibility includes caring for them, ensuring their well-being, and reflecting God's love and care in how we treat them. Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 4 states, If you see your fellow Israelite's donkey or ox fallen on the road, do not ignore it. Help the owner get it to its feet. Although this verse directly refers to helping a neighbor's animal, the principle can be extended to any animal in need. It underscores the importance of not turning a blind eye to a creature in distress and taking action to help, reflecting the compassionate nature that God expects from us. But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. This passage from Job reminds us that all creatures are in God's care and that they are a testament to his creation. By observing and caring for them, we learn about God's nature and our place within his creation. Your righteousness is like the highest mountains, your justice like the great deep. You, Lord, preserve both people and animals. This verse speaks to God's justice and care for all living beings, both human and animal. It encourages us to reflect God's character by also caring for and preserving life in all its forms. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Similar to the earlier passage from Matthew, this verse emphasizes that even the smallest and seemingly insignificant creatures are remembered and valued by God. Ignoring an animal in need might mean disregarding something that God holds dear. By reflecting on these verses, we can understand the importance of acting with compassion and care towards all of God's creatures. When we see a stray or suffering animal, it's an opportunity to embody these biblical principles and show love in action, honoring the life that God has created. This is Dr. Mark, animal advocate and longtime rescuer. So many times have I seen stray animals turned away, dumped on many highways, left in vacant homes, pushed away because they look sick, missing hair, and I can go on and on. My fellow humans, please think about what you are doing. Yes, you may not be in a position to keep the animals, but please feed and care for it until a proper place can be found. God bless you and thank you.